watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku. On this Wednesday, April 10th, good evening. I'm Chris Palermo and here's what's happening. Former Pahrump town manager Bill Kohlbarger has passed away. News 25 reports.
The longest tenured administrator who served as Pahrump town manager has passed away. Bill Kohlbarger suffered a brain aneurysm last week, according to his wife Lisa. The hemorrhage resulted from a blood clot, causing irreversible brain damage, she said. Kohlbarger served as Pahrump town manager from 2008 to 2013. It should be noted that the Nevada Supreme Court upheld a 2012 vote by Nye County Commissioners to dissolve the Pahrump Town Board. Kohlbarger was also a Pahrump Valley Little League baseball coach. Leaves behind his wife and son Noah. No community memorial service have been announced by his family.
More news now. Clark County Coroner's Office have released the cause of death in the Las Vegas shooting, which occurred on Monday. Samantha Roberts has the details.
The Clark County Coroner's Office have released the cause of death for 3 people in Monday's shooting. The office ruled both Ashley and Dennis Prince's deaths as homicides. Houston's death was ruled as a suicide. The medical examiner determined that both Ashley and Dennis died from multiple gunshot wounds. Houston's autopsy determined he died from a perforating contact gunshot wound to the head. New details were released that a total of 7 people were present during the shooting, 3 representing one party, 3 in another party, and 1 court reporter. Multiple sources in both law enforcement and the legal community have identified Joe Houston as the gunman who killed Ashley and Dennis and then himself. Sources report that Joe Houston was representing his own son, Ashley Prince's former husband, in a child custody proceeding against Mrs. Prince, who was being represented in the same proceeding by her current husband, Dennis Prince. Dennis and Ashley Prince leave behind a newborn baby, their only child, together.
Tuesday night, a woman is killed by a drunk driver while trying to push her broken down vehicle on the road. We go back to Samantha Roberts for more on this tragedy.
On Tuesday, April 9th, at approximately 6:47 p.m., a woman was killed by a drunk driver while attempting to push her car off the road. According to police, the woman was driving westbound on Ann Road, just west of Jones, when her Kia Soul broke down. The woman and several bystanders were attempting to push the vehicle out of the roadway when the car was struck by a black Hyundai. The Hyundai struck the victim and the car, which launched the woman into the air and onto the road, where the victim was then ran over by the Hyundai. The victim was a 58-year-old woman who was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the Hyundai was identified as 28-year-old Cody Hill, who was arrested at the scene for DUI after failing a sobriety test.
More news now. On this Wednesday evening, a Las Vegas high school is put on lockdown early this morning, which results in 2 students being transported to UMC. News 25 has more on this story.
The Las Vegas Cimarron High School was locked down starting around 9 a.m. this morning. According to Principal Lori Lawson-Sarabin, 2 students were involved in an altercation when one student took out a knife and assaulted the other. A CCSD staff member acted quickly and intervened, disarming the subject, and called for help. Both students were taken to UMC to be treated for their injuries. According to CCSD police, the student with the knife will be referred to juvenile justice with pending multiple charges.
More news now. On Tuesday, a judge sentenced both a mom and son who were arrested last year for murder. Samantha Roberts has this report.
On Tuesday, April 9th, a judge sentenced both a mother and son who were convicted for murder to serve a minimum of 15 years in prison before they will be eligible for parole. Las Vegas Metro arrested Sequoia James, age 41, on March 7th of 2023 for the murder of Rosemarie Abeda at an apartment complex on Twain Avenue near University Drive. Her son, LaShawn Hick, age 25, was arrested weeks later later in California for his involvement in the shooting. Last month, both James and Hick entered an Alford plea on a charge of second-degree murder with a deadly weapon. The Alford plea means the defendant in a criminal case does not admit to the criminal act and asserts innocence, but accepts imposition of a sentence. The shooting occurred during a fight at the complex involving several people, including Abeda and James, prosecutors said. According to grand jury transcripts, James told Hick to get a gun. Hick and James then began to argue about who was going to pull the trigger as James continued to hit the victim. Hick then reached out over another person and shot Abeda in the stomach and face. Both Hick and James will be eligible for parole in 2038.
And News 25 continues after this.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Well, DoorDash is rolling out a new feature in select cities in an effort to help drivers stay safe on the road.
Officials with the food delivery platform say the feature will begin generating insights based on how the delivery driver, also known as Dasher, is driving while using the app. The driver insights, which note any hard braking or rapid acceleration, will be shared with the Dasher so they can improve any unsafe driving trends. Las Vegas is among the earliest cities to see this new feature roll out, according to the company.
Campaign season is extremely active here in southern Nevada. Our roving Las Vegas correspondent, Maria Centers, now joins us with an exclusive interview with a U.S. candidate.
Retired U.S. Colonel Mark Robertson is running for U.S. Congress for the Great Silver State. I had the opportunity to speak with a 32-year-old Nevada resident about why he believes he has what it takes to win this U.S. congressional race.
There are a lot of big problems that we need to fix in the United States, and I'll be one of 435 voices in Congress fighting to fix those big things. I can't promise we'll fix everything, but I can promise that I will represent you. If your Social Security check is wrong, call me. If your veterans benefits haven't started, call me. If the post office is messing up your mail, call me. You'll have a representative in Washington, D.C. fighting for you.
The U.S. congressional candidate served in the Army for 30 years and deployed to 10 different nations.
So these two statues represent airmen. These are Air Force uniforms. This is an Army uniform. This is the uniform that I wore. In fact, my son and I deployed to Iraq together. We both wore this uniform in Iraq. A real honor for me to serve on the field of battle with my son. A real terror for my wife to have both her husband and son deployed at the same time. For the year that we were gone, she flew a flag outside our house with 2 blue stars on it. Fortunately, both my son and I came back without any physical injuries. But this brings back a lot of memories for me.
To learn more about Mark Robertson and what he stands for, check out robertsonforcongress.com. Your campaign is in full force. What are you doing this week, Mark?
Oh, we've got lots of events. We just had a great event last night. There were 65 people who came, asked questions. Ours is a very grassroots campaign. We're holding meet and greets in people's homes. So I'll meet people wherever they are, in their home, at their place of business. We toured a business yesterday and shook hands with the people at that business. And that's what I'm doing every single day. It's out talking to the people in Southern Nevada.
Reporting right here from Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm Maria Centers with Southern Nevada News Network.
Thank you very much, Maria. Candidate Mark Robertson has also taught at CCSD and
Fremont
UNLV.
Street Experience, the
Well, the
five-block
Fremont
entertainment
Street
district
Experience
located
will
in historic
celebrate
downtown
Cinco de Mayo with its inaugural Drinko de Mayo. Mikey Ruhan reports.
Fremont Street Experience, the five-block entertainment district located in historic downtown Las Vegas, will celebrate Cinco de Mayo with its inaugural Drinko de Mayo festival on Sunday, May 5th. Fremont Street Experience will transform into an epic Latin street party for the cultural celebration, filled with drink specials and free non-stop entertainment featuring 10 bands and 40 hours of live performances on 3 stages. Similar to its legendary St. Patrick's Day party, Shamrock Bash, the Drinko de Mayo Festival will boast a variety of bands spanning a diverse range of Latin music genres, including Latin pop, salsa, merengue, and more. Latin music lovers can expect to dance the day and night away with live performances from Outlaw Mariachi, Latin Breeze, Volume 1, and more. Live performances will begin at noon. For more information about Fremont Experience's Brinco de Mayo Festival, visit www.vegasexperience.com.
Sports coming up. Vegas Golden Knights on the road, their last road game of the season. Mikey tells you all about it.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Mikey has your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at www.kpvm.tv. And now on Roku. Vegas Golden Knights in desperate need of a win tonight. They're in Edmonton taking on the Oilers this evening. That game is in progress. Speaking of the Golden Knights, the team will be part of a TNT Sports Warner Brothers game and the National Hockey League's upcoming Multiverse NHL Face-Off Showcase when they take on the Colorado Avalanche on Sunday, April 14th. The Salt Lake Bees stung the Las Vegas Aviators last night, 12-2, rematch today at 7:05. Las Vegas Aces are setting their sights on T-Mobile Arena this summer. Tickets for the team's upcoming game on Tuesday, July 2nd against the Indiana Fever recently went on sale, where they will be trading in Michelob Ultra Arena for the up-the-street neighbor T-Mobile Arena. Tickets are expected to sell out. Pahrump Valley High School first home track meet of the season is today. That event is in progress right now. And varsity softball is taking on Canyon Springs High School. That game is in progress. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Mikey. And why be bored when you can be board gaming? 9 Communities Coalition hosts tabletop game nights every Wednesday. Sounds like fun.
9 Communities Coalition hosts Tabletop Game Night every Wednesday for young adults 14 to 22 years old. Tabletop Game Night explores an array of games ranging from board games and card games to role-playing adventure games and more. Tabletop Game Night takes place every Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the NYCC Activity Center, 1020 East Wilson Road. For more information, call the Coalition at 775-727-9970.
And with warmer temperatures here, so is picking season at Gilcrease Orchids.
The orchard announced on social media that it would be open for the 2024 picking season. Guests will have the chance to pick from the vegetable garden, which currently has carrots, radishes, lettuce, kale, and more available. Some tulips in the flower field are also still available and can be purchased for $1 each. Other items up for purchase include nitty-gritty peanut butter, kettle corn, olive oil, apple chips, and more, as well as concessions like breakfast burritos and quesadillas. Following the opening, their hours of operation will be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. For more information, visit thegilcreaseorchard.org.
And LV Craft Shows is holding the Craft Festival at Tivoli Village on Sunday, April 21st.
This monthly craft festival, presented by Best of Las Vegas winner LV Craft Shows, is a shopping experience that supports local artists, unique gift vendors, and growing small businesses featuring, but not limited to, unique handcrafted and homemade high-quality products, local food and flavors, boutiques, and baked goods. And it's dog-friendly. Shop from 70-plus artists and vendors who offer original crafts, candles, cottage food, clothing, unique gifts, vintage, art, jewelry, bath and body products, woodwork, tumblers, shirts, and so much more. LV Craft Shows has 5 of the best food trucks in town just for you. Free admission and parking. For more details, visit lvcraftshows.com.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, as usual, the Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam does not disappoint. Beautiful day here in Nye County. It's going to get a little warmer. I think it's just right today. Complete forecast in just a bit.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Rory Rossell here from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming everywhere at KPVM.TV and now Roku. Taking a look at Nevada right now, up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 74 degrees, Fallon and Carson City are both at 73 degrees, Tonopah is at 68 degrees, Goldfield is at 70 degrees, Beatty at 79, Amargosa at 83, Las Vegas at 80 degrees, and Death Valley in the 90s at 93 degrees. But here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 81 degrees. The high today is right now at 81 degrees. It's sunny today. The wind's blowing just a little bit at west at 7 miles per hour. Humidity 12% today, and the sun rose this morning at 6:16 in the morning and set at 7:13 p.m. The humidity does go up to 29%, and the wind dies down just a little bit to east at 5 miles per hour. The low tonight is going to be 53 degrees, and it's clear skies. But taking a look at the rest of the week, it looks like we're going to be seeing some sun tomorrow, Thursday, but Friday through next Monday is going to be a little partly cloudy, and Friday and Saturday we are going to see a little bit of wind. We also look into the weekend and we drop back down into the 70s and 60s, and into next week we go back up into the 70s. But I hope everybody is going to be enjoying the last few days of the 80s, because I know I am. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Back to the desk, here's Chris.
Thank you very much, Rory. Well, we got some wind moving on. Plan accordingly. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night from all of us here at News 25.